What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Show. My name's AJ Gels. How y'all doing? We are back with Control. Sadly, this is the only other video for this game I'm going to be doing today. It's just I've got some other stuff I still want to get done before I have to go to work. You know, I want to get at least one more part in Life is Strange 2. I want to be able to get some. I want to be able to start Borderlands 2 because I want to try and at least finish the mainline game for Borderlands 2 before Borderlands 3 comes out. So I'm kind of gonna really rush that over the next little bit.
A welcome message.
Okay, I really love how this game makes things creepy without, how to explain it? It makes things creepy without making it a horror game. Because I wouldn't call this horror. You know, I wouldn't say that it goes as far as Alan Wake to be horror. It's definitely it's definitely action. It's definitely trying to think here. It's definitely action. It's definitely I'm trying to think. It's definitely an action title. It's I'm trying to think exactly how I want to describe what this game is to me. Because it's like I said, it's not a horror game, but it's got aspects of a horror game. You know, tonally, it reminds me a lot of Alan Wake. But this is more of an action game. It's more of a... Alright, note to self.
Overpowering here. You don't want me anywhere near it. With you on that.
Yeah. I don't know how to describe this game. It's an action game that has these eerie elements. It's definitely loves playing with this sort of psychological aspect of horror that I like. Yeah, I mean, it definitely deals with that psychological sort of, let me read this real quick. The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment. It's difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear to always impede escape or access by bureau potential, or personnel, excuse me. Two methods have been discovered for lowering them. Destroy multiple concentration resonance sources found in the vicinity. Destroy the Hiss entities in the area. The resonance fields seem to require support from their size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Refer to file for report. But yeah, whatever I'm getting at in this rambling, I really like what they're doing here in just tone and area stability has been downgraded to yellow. Okay. In terms of tone and everything, I think it hits the nail on the head. It's like I keep comparing it to Alan Wake, and I think there's good reason for it. Because again, I think it is very Alan Wake in the it is very Alan Wake in the way it's set up, its tone, the way it's telling its story, much more than Quantum Break did. I mean, especially in the fact that this game, I don't think has like a defined antagonist, like Alan Wake did. The original Alan Wake, and I'm not talking American Wasteland, because American Wasteland Oh, god damn. I love the pops up, tells you where you are. Kind of looks like that, kind of looks like whenever they go to a new place in Mindhunters. But I mean, because American Wasteland was a little different. Because I think, who was the villain in that one? Was it like Mr. Scratch or something like that? But Alan was, lost in the darkness and all that during American Wasteland. So, it's... So, it's a little different of a situation. But yeah, I mean, in the... Yeah, I mean, in Alan Wake, there was never like a clear cut. I'm not going to say there wasn't a clear cut protagonist or antagonist, but for most of the game, we really didn't know who we were fighting. It was more of an abstract concept, kind of like this right now. It's the hiss. It's an abstract concept, an entity,
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. And it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
I love the straight-faced delivery of that, even though it's being tongue-in-cheek, but it's still delivering those lines. It's like I said, it's sorry, I'm stuttering. This game is just taking my mind in so many different directions at once. It's being both tongue-in-cheek and really serious with its delivery. I love it. And I know it's kind of weird that I'm saying it's tongue-in-cheek, but at the same time being serious, because usually those two don't go together. But no, it's just, it was delivering those, like I could actually see that being a, kind of like a video log from, kind of like a video memo or whatever. But at the same time, I liked a little bit of comedy. Okay.
An object of power. Looks like the hiss have latched onto it. We need to question it.
Okay, so this is the thing that doctor guy was talking about.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in Bureau Seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Okay, so that's how she gets her powers, through the objects of... Okay. So that's how she gets stuff like the telekinesis. It's through the objects of power.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
Well, see, see, this is my biggest question. Who is she? Is she talking to us, the audience? I mean, she has to be. I mean, she has to be talking to the audience. You know, I mean, she's got to be talking to the audience because she's. I don't know. The thing that's making me question it is because when she was, because what you just told us was, you know, you were gone. So when we go to the astral plane, is that us and not her? We're just using Jesse's body as almost a way to physically comprehend what's happening in the... Oh, that's cool. I can actually pull up like concrete from the floor and do... Oh, nifty.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Yeah, there's a lot of... This is strong. The floppy disk. I love how we get our telekinetic power from a freaking floppy disk. You know, I know I'm probably making no goddamn sense because I'm trying to analyze too much all at once. You know, it's there's just a lot of weird shit to talk about in this game, and I love it. There we go. Yeah, I love all this weird stuff that's going on. It's like I was saying in the last part. I really like how this game asks questions, because again, I'm usually one of those people who likes having things laid out and having groundwork. But there's something about the way this game handles its questions and handles having me run around this world that I really enjoy. It's very Alan Wake in the way it handles it.
This must open the door.
Oh, that's disturbing. I mean, goddamn, I kind of want to go off and explore. Yeah, but we can do more of that we can do more of that later. Well, that's disturbing.
They can fly now. Great.
Have I mentioned how much I love the environments in this game? Oh, crap. Yeah, like I was saying, have I mentioned how much I love the environments? I mean, I find it odd that we have a map in a building that's supposedly constantly shifting its layout. But, you know, it's one of those that I'm willing to let that go. But yeah, like I was saying, I really like the environments in this game, because they find a way to not only make a really cool kind of like office building sort of look. It's like it's like I'm saying, I could see this kind of as like a cool like big government building / office building kind of look. But again, but at the same time, it's just out there enough. Whoa. Yeah, like we're saying, I mean, it's out there enough. Yeah, I mean, it's out there enough that the that the environments in this game just really work for me. Again, it brings in that concept of perception, of how it kind of takes something real that we should something real that we'd consider mundane, but at the same time makes it what am I saying? It's real and sort of mundane, but finds a way to make it fantastical.
I have a feeling he'll be back.
Yeah.
Let's stay focused.
See, I also love how
Should be past the mailroom.
now that I tore that thing off this this wall here, the destructible environment, it's really interesting. It's not a 100% like, destructible environment, but it's really cool. It's one of those that I don't think what we're seeing here is 100% wholly original. I mean, maybe I wouldn't say that this game is 100% wholly original, but at the same time, it's definitely doing some new things, or at least doing them in new ways. I like that.
The hiss got him.
Take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds that an alternate item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
The hotline can't be far now.
Okay, what kind of started as an interesting idea of how it seemed like Jessie was speaking to us, and it's not just an inner monologue. Right there, just having her go, oh, well, it can't be far now. That's been done to death in games, where the protagonist, it's basically has that internal monologue to kind of tell the player what they're going to be doing, and what the next objective is, and blah, blah, blah. I mean, tons of games do that. It's almost standard in action-adventure games. I'm just a little depressed. I don't know. It seemed like they were doing something really, really different with it up until now. How it was almost like she was more speaking to us. But that one, oh, well, it can't be far now.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino.
been here before?
Whoa.
No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Okay, I about crap my pants there. Yeah, I don't know. Right there, that was the first time that whole, how to put it, I've okay. Well, thought I'd just try it. No, you fall to your death. Total lost my train of thought again. But yeah, that whole internal monologue thing. I was curious. I've been curious of how, of if it would get old. You know, I don't know. I mean, I'm still. I still kind of like how they're using it, but yeah, right there at that. Oh crap! But right there at that very second, yeah, it's where it's just that general, you know, oh, it can't be far now. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that they try and keep from doing that and keep utilizing it they just keep doing it well, as opposed to just having that schlocky dialogue for the sake of dialogue. There we go. That's how I can explain it. Yeah, you know me. I can't ever explain things easily.
Have we been here before?
Man, that's cool.
No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream. Hello? Anyone here?
Okay. So I can't go through any of these doors. That's the only one that we can interact with. Okay, there's nothing in here that we can interact with. Huh, okay, I thought I saw something. Alright, thought it looked like I could interact with something there on the floor. can enter this room. Okay, but there's nothing different about it. There's nothing to do or collect. See, here, so every time you ring the bell, different door opens, but there we go.
Black pyramid on it.
Oh. Unknown caller. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not 100% sure what the challenge is here. More like an obstacle course than anything else, but...
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
Well, what are the board? That's my biggest question. She's in the office again.
Needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
Have I mentioned how much I love the kind of like schlocky... And I know I keep using the word schlocky a lot lately. It's one of those that it's a word I've heard recently that has stuck in my head. And maybe I'm not using it 100% correctly in this case, but I really love this. Sorry, give me a second.
It's a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth, and no one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown of fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised?
Well, there we go. There's our explanation as to how we can map out a, apparently something that's a shifting world. What was I about to say? Right. I really love this old school TV presentation, of like the footage of the doctor explaining what's going on. These moments where we're seeing Trench kind of like the visual that we're seeing there, how it's kind of like half live action, half computer rendered. It's so cool. We're gonna watch all these before we close out. I'm blown away here personally.
I can hear the hotline ringing in my
What the play?
dreams. Ringing
There we go.
so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a brain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
Yeah, again, that old school kind of like TV presentation again reminds me so much of Alan Wake. That's what's and again I keep bringing up Alan Wake. Maybe it's because I fucking love that game. But yeah, that it keeps reminding me of it.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the...
Yeah, we already saw that.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in. Something's coming. The whispers growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. A retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau, everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
Again, themes of control. Alright, one more. See, I love the way the board talks. You know, it's always authority / chosen one, the Bureau, the game. And again, it breaks the fourth wall so well. And it's not with just like a dumb, oh, I'm looking at you.
When I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's not like a simple, like kind of like a look to the camera or something like that. No, we're catching all these like just short references to a game or short references to this or to that. It's so cool. Sorry, I'm getting lost here, and I got to close now. Because like I said, there's a few other videos I want to do for some other stuff before I have to actually, go to work. So thanks for watching, everybody. As always, Facebook, Twitter, the website, minds.com. Links to stuff is down in the description below. Like, comment, you're not already. Please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for next time. Till then, my name's H.A. Gels, Something Game Channel. I'm out.